Hey y'all, welcome back to the video, but I felt that I needed to do this today, which I actually did, but I did not, I'm telling y'all, I did not study this before I went into it. I just asked, I'm gonna be very blunt with you, asked ChatGPT to do it for me, and asked it for 10 minutes, so we better hurry if we want it on time. My word. But yeah. So first, which I have everything right here on a piece of paper that I need to say. And yeah, it's a lot. It goes all the way to the bottom of the piece of paper. So let's start. Okay, so we're gonna be in Mark 4:35 through 41. And I was just wanting to say, I hope you all are having a great day today. And I wanted to do this Bible study for a while. Actually, I posted a thing in the community thing, and it's been on my mind for a while. I'll tell you all that. But as I said, I wanted to do this Bible study with y'all tonight. But as of what you can already see, that what the title is, which is Peace in the Storm. Which, if you're in a season of a storm, well, wait to the end for the prayer. Alright, y'all, just wait. Okay. Verse 35. That day, when evening came, he said to his disciples, "Let's go over to the other side." Leaving the crowd behind, they took him along just as he was in the boat. There were also other boats with him. A furious gale came up, and the waves broke over the boat so that it was nearly swamped. Jesus was in the stern sleeping on a cushion. The disciples woke him and said to him, "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" He got up, rebuked the wind, and said to the waves, "Quiet, be still." Then the wind died down, and it was completely calm. He said to his disciples, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" They were terrified and asked each other, "Who is this? Even the wind and the waves obeyed him." Okay, so verse 35 and 6, it says, "That day when evening came, he said to his disciples, Let's go over to the other side. Leaving the crowd behind them, took him along. They took him along just as he was in the boat. There were also other boats with him. So, if you don't really understand that, what I just read, it's basically saying that the disciples were wanting to go to the other side of, I'm guessing, a lake or something. I can't really say what body of water they're on, like what type, like a river, a lake, or something. I'm gonna have to say lake because that's what I can think of, like the waves actually coming over the boat, because waves on a lake can get that high if you make them that high. But as I was saying, they were wanting to get to the other side, and also it says, like it's saying, they left the crowd behind and took Jesus along with them. And then verse 37 and 38, a furious squall came up, and the waves broke over the boat so that it was nearly swamped. Jesus was in the stern, sleeping on a cushion. The disciples woke him up, woke him and said to him, "Teacher, do you care if we drown?" So, do you care if we drown? That's kind of harsh to ask, because in the moment that, well, in the moment that they had, they couldn't really do anything at the moment, because they were literally having water flushed over the side of the boat into the boat, which I believe that I would have to say, like, back then, probably 25 BC, or 30 BC, all they had was wooden boats, like the ark. It was a wooden boat. I'm telling you, wooden boats ain't that good to be out on the water. But if it's sealed up tight, then it's okay. Let me take care of this real quick. Sorry, y'all. But yeah. In 39, it says, he got up, rebuked the wind, and said to the waves, "Quiet, be still." Then the wind died down, and it was completely calm. This just came to my mind. Have y'all ever been outside whenever it's pouring down rain and like water's coming, like my back porch? There's a sidewalk and then a buried up pool right by it, and then all the water comes towards the doorway. And I was out there being me, stupid headed. And and I had said, and I was, for some reason, me being me, I was like, God, if this is you, please give me a sign by just making it thunder or making it lightning. And I sat there in a moment of just being quiet, waiting, waiting, waiting. Then boom, like that. But I had the most craziest chill bumps because that like surprised me. Uh, but it's crazy how if you go outside and it's thundering and lightning, that's and even if you're on like something metal, better watch out because those lightning bolts will get you. But yeah, um, verses 41, no, 40 and 41. He said to his disciples, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" They were terrified and asked each other, "Who is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him." So Jesus said to his disciples, "Why are you so afraid?" If I, if I was on a boat and it was thundering and lightning and waves were coming like over the boat, and I know it didn't say any thundering and lightning, but like waves were coming over the boat, I would be like terrified because if I didn't know how to swim, I would drown. But um, and then he asked them, "Do you still have no faith? Do you still have no faith?" Hmm. Well, did they? Because it sure doesn't seem like it in uh, verse 38. And then the disciples, well, they were terrified, and the disciples asked each other, "Who is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him." Who is this? Well, my answer is it's Jesus. The um, their answer might be this man is crazy. We might not know him, but he knows us. So what is happening? But let's also put down this part, which I was sorry. I'm just I had to see if I could finish this video because my bedtime is 10 o'clock. It's 10:06 right now, so I'm trying to get this video out before in trouble and also get a text message through. So yeah. Um, this is I'm gonna. Well, I have some questions for y'all. Y'all don't have to answer them in the comments. Y'all can just put in y'all's notes or something. But this is, well, this will be called life application. The first question is, what storms are you facing right now? I know the storms I'm facing right now, and it's not as bad as y'all's are. I bet it might not. But for y'all might have more worse storms than me. And then hold up. Okay. Then the second question is, are you reacting like the disciples or resting in God's promise? Are you reacting like the disciples or resting in God's promise? Man, that just, whenever I was writing this down, I was like, dang, this is a good one, because I would not have came up with that question. I ain't biblically smart with questions, but if I have a question that I don't know the answer to, you know who I go to? My pastor, my youth pastor, a well-known adult, like my favorite teacher, and he knows he's my favorite teacher because I had him in 7th grade. But a well-known person or teacher, and then like your parent, or even like your teacher for you. Like, ask like my friends, your friends that might be older than you, they might understand it more than you. So if they know it more, good. You can ask them too, and probably bother them, because I know I do that a lot, bother mine a lot. But they love getting messages from me, I bet. But question 3 is, what would it look like for you to trust Jesus to bring peace today? For me, is reading this. Well, actually, I'm gonna put it to where the Holy Bible is shown. Yep, Holy Bible. And then praying, asking for forgiveness, asking for Him to take away addictions or sins or traumatic times or hard seasons that I've been through. And to wrap the questions up, I encourage God to either get in the Word or just do a simple little prayer. I always have trouble with this because I don't know what to say. I don't really put in the time to pray to God to help me with praying for others. But I'm gonna finish this up, which is closing time. And I just hope y'all could get back in the Word if y'all are trying to, or get back into praying if y'all are trying to. I'd love to hear daily life updates from y'all. You know, the daily life updates got me thinking of my favorite YouTuber. Well, they ain't really my favorite. They're one of the favorites, which I love their content because it's all about friendships, God, and relationships. Which their name is Ali Shonaki, and I'll put her YouTube in the description, and just I just pray. I'm gonna pray for y'all, which I am, which is surprising, but yeah. So let's get into prayer. God, please just help this person on the other side of the screen that's going through the hardest storm that they ever been through, and just keep their mind in peace, in calmness, and just if they're going through stress, a storm of stress, anxiety, or depression, or just having addictions, or just being or sinning constantly over and over, I just pray that you just take all that away, Lord. I just pray that you just calm them with peace, kindness, and love, and just let them know that you're on their side and that you'll have their back, Lord. And I pray that you also help me with calmness, even in the hardest midst of the storm, Lord. And I just pray that you show me the way of your light and of your way, and shape me to be a better Christian person and a better believer. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. Alright, y'all. So, this is gonna be like if you go to church, they have an invitation, correct? They play music at the end. I can't play music. Sorry, y'all. YouTube policies. I would have to get to the person to see if I can use their music or not, and it's just 6-7. Sorry, y'all. But this is invitational. If y'all don't want to do it, y'all don't have to. But if y'all could, I just invite y'all to share the storm that y'all are in the comments, so I can pray for y'all, and so I can just help y'all. Well, pray that y'all will be better than yesterday, better than today, better than tomorrow, better than any day. But here's one thing, and this is from 3-in-1 Trilogy, and I'll link their channel in the description down below too, and also Juicy Gaming. Those are the 3 channels. So yeah, guys. But the devil says tomorrow, but Jesus says today. Today you're gonna go out and spread the gospel. Tomorrow you'll go out to spread the gospel. Don't put your mind into a tomorrow state of confidence. Put your mind into it today. Which this is one thing. I came into this YouTube channel without my parents knowing, and I had to give my dad the login information and everything, which I'm sure and I know I might have messed up and said things in this YouTube channel, but I know God knows I made the mistake and He forgives me. But you can't just think that He forgives you automatically. You gotta ask for forgiveness. But yeah, the devil wants tomorrow, but Jesus wants today. So if y'all want to be a today believer, just subscribe, please. I ain't asking for no big favors, no nothing. Just subscribe, like, and comment done. And also, just comment what storm you're in. And I love y'all. I gotta get this video posted, and I've gotta head to my parents' room because I've gotta put my controller up, this iPad, and my phone. So yeah, guys, I love y'all, and I hope y'all have a great day tomorrow. Bye.